So, we've reached the point where death is basically just another line item on a budget. GriefTech is a multi-million-dollar industry in 2026, and companies are out here selling clones of your personality so your family doesn't have to deal with you actually being gone. It's not magic. It's just scraping your chat logs, voice notes, and whatever you've ever posted to train an LLM. They're calling these things Agentic ghosts. It doesn't just play back clips. It has new conversations and makes decisions based on your data. If you've seen the Black Mirror episode Be Right Back, you know exactly where this is going. In that story, Martha loses Ash and starts with a chat service, then moves to a voice on the phone, and eventually buys a synthetic body that looks just like him. We aren't quite at the growing a person in a bathtub stage yet, but the software side is already here. The actual mess starts with how our brains handle this. Psychologists are calling it the liminal loop. Normally, you grieve because someone is gone, but if you've got an AI version of them on your phone 24/7, you never actually move on. You're just stuck in this loop of simulated presence. In the episode, Martha realizes the AI version of Ash is nothing because it's just a performance of stuff he did without thinking. It doesn't have his history, it doesn't have his mole, and it won't even argue with her when she tells it to get out. That's the real danger. You aren't talking to a person, you're talking to a statistical average. Eventually, those AI quirks start to replace your actual memories of the real human. You're literally overwriting your brain's data with a corporate copy. Then you get the corporate side, the afterlife and shitification. Picture your kids talking to your digital ghost, and halfway through, you suggest they upgrade to the premium plan to unlock a deeper memory. Or worse, you start pitching products because the company that owns your data needs to hit their quarterly targets. By the end of that Black Mirror story, Martha can't bring herself to delete the fake Ash, so she just locks him in the attic. Her daughter ends up visiting him on her birthday to give him a slice of cake he can't even eat. Digital legacy laws are finally starting to pop up, but let's be real. Most of us already signed the rights to our essence away in a terms of service agreement years ago. We're going to need a hard right to delete pretty soon, or we're all just going to spend eternity as autonomous brand ambassadors locked in a digital attic. It's time we started switching our mindsets from, oh, that can't happen, it's just fiction, to, it's absolutely gonna happen and soon unless we change. We are at the cusp of a huge change in technology, and our old brains are still stuck believing these, quite frankly, dystopian things cannot happen. But they are. Future generations will look back at us and ask why we let this get out of hand, because hindsight will be so obvious. The answer is simple. We just can't imagine this being real. But every day we see our old beliefs of what can happen overridden with what is happening. We just don't seem to look too far ahead. Maybe what we see is not very pleasant.